Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs Show. Happy Tuesday, late afternoon, early evening, depending on when you're watching this. I hope you're well. Hope you've had a great day. If you've got the day off, obviously, hope you enjoyed it. If you're at work, it's over. I promise. Don't worry. We're talking in this video around Barcelona winger Raphinha, in the interest in him and Barcelona's potential interest in selling him. Also, do have an update on Morgan Gibbs-White, a bit of a valuation potentially being revealed. It's not a little amount of money. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say though, if you're new, give us a subscribe. Very much welcome to join us for the journey. And let me start with Raphinha, because I've got a couple of little bits of information. So the first one I saw was from Team Talk, who said that Barcelona will reportedly look to sell Raphinha this summer, giving Arsenal and Chelsea a major boost. Tottenham, though, are lagging behind in the race for the Brazilian winger. Oh no, I'm gutted. We'll have to just go for Gibbs-White. Oh, that's such a burden to take. Ekram Canor followed up with Barcelona's 27-year-old Brazilian winger Raphinha wants to continue his career at the Catalans despite interest of many clubs. Footballers have a lot of power when it comes to not leaving clubs. We've seen with Frenkie de Jong. I'm not leaving Barcelona, I'm staying. There does come a point, though, where your power does run out. It happens. Look at Conor Gallagher this summer. I think he's getting sold. He doesn't really have the say in it because of the fact that Chelsea are so desperate to sell. Barcelona are going to be so desperate to sell that I don't think Raphinha is going to have as much power as he wants. The fact he doesn't start a lot of the games because Lamine Yamal is obviously a fantastic youngster and a really exciting winger for them. They want that money. They want to save the money on his wages. They want to save some money on his transfer fee, get some money back into the club. So he's going to struggle there. And look, Chelsea and Arsenal, he would be good for. Now, the issue that he might find at Arsenal, obviously he'd be in the Saka role. Now, we've seen that Saka does kind of have to nurse a few injuries. So, okay, he might get some pretty more regular game time. You know, you have him on the right and Trossard on the left as sort of the backups to Martinelli and Saka, which are pretty good backups, mate, I will say. With Chelsea, he'd be playing the Cole Palmer role, but they might move Cole Palmer more centrally, and maybe that might benefit them. You know, obviously then you've got a Noni Madueke situation. What are they going to do with him? Sterling out on the left, Mudryk, you know, Nicholas Jackson sometimes plays on the wing, and Nkunku. So they've got a lot of options there. You know, he would be good for both. Does he start games for both? I don't think as frequently as he may think. Would he start more for Spurs? Yeah, I'd say so. But I think Spurs are looking a little bit elsewhere in terms of they're focusing more on the left side of things. Because I do think we're kind of lacking on the left more than the right. I think with the right, we can get some production. We've seen with Johnson or Kulu, you can get some production. It may not be as frequent as you might get from the left. But I think they're looking more at the left, kind of going, we could get more from the left. You know, I think we get less from the left than the right in regards to on the right, Johnson's more suited to the right, if you know what I mean. I don't care if you're a Johnson or Kulu fan, that wasn't the point, all right? So that's why I think they're looking at Eze. I genuinely, well, we know we've looked at Eze. Will we continue to look at Eze is a different question and a different point altogether, but I hope we are. So we'll have to wait and see on Raphinha, but if we are lagging behind and those two go for him, well, maybe that stops them going elsewhere with some of their deals. You know, look, we talked about Tony. They both want Tony. Does that stop them going for Tony? Maybe not, but it impacts maybe, you know, oh, look, we want Raphinha at Chelsea. We really need to sell Gallagher. So that's what I mean. It can impact other deals, even if Spurs aren't getting in there, but Spurs might go for their own players. Talking Gibbs-White, Ekram Canor said that Nottingham Forest have set a price tag around 60 million euros for midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White. Tottenham, Arsenal, Man United and Newcastle continue to be linked with Morgan. 60 million euros, we'll call it somewhere around sort of the 52 to 55 million pound range, depending on fluctuation of the market, and not a transfer market, I meant the exchange. No. No. Look, he's got 9 goal contributions this summer, and if the deal was somewhere between 30 and 35, I think it would be a little bit more palatable, not only for me, but I think for you. £50 million. Good Lord. Gibbs-White is going to cost something similar. Neto would probably cost a little bit more, but something in that realm. Hell, Raphinha would cost less than that. And Raphinha's better than Morgan Gibbs-White in my eyes. Now, for me, I think it's Eze as my number one. I think there's a drop to Neto as my number two. and I drop again to Raphinha as my number 3. I think Eze for me is the number 1 guy. He's so far and clear the number 1 guy for me now. It used to be Neto, then Eze. I flipped. I've just flipped. That's all. But that kind of money is stupid money. If they go down, they really will need to sell. So there's no way Spurs are going to go. If we did want Morgan Gibbs-White, we're playing a hypothetical here. They're not going to go, here's all the money that you want. There you go, guys. Not a problem. They'll even go over to Chelsea and go, you need to sell Conor Gallagher. Let's give you over the top money. Let's give you 50 million. They're not going to do that. None of those clubs are going to do that. Newcastle won't do that. Arsenal sure as hell won't do that. We're not going to do that. United would probably be the only team, maybe, but they're being run by Ineos now, so maybe there's a different change when it comes to negotiations. They're trying to bring down the debt when it comes to, expenditure on their wages. That's why they're looking to move the Varane, move the Casemiro, move the Rashford potentially. You never know. That's why Martial will be out the door. That's why a lot of these players are on good money that maybe don't offer them a lot. Not saying they don't. I'm just saying going forward, they may not offer them as much as they do right now. Move them out the door. So maybe they won't. So I think Forest will look at it and go, we want this money, and all these clubs are going to go, for what? Are you joking, buddy? Not happening. So I don't see Gibbs-White happening in Spurs. I just think it's more agent and club talk, trying to just link it, drive up the price. It could be from Forest to drive up the price. It could be even Gibbs-White side of things to get a new contract. I don't know. But I don't see us being in there. And if we were in there, it's sure as hell not going to be for 50 plus million. It'll be for about 30. So we shouldn't panic about this one. We know what we're interested in. We know what we want. We want the left winger being, hopefully, Eze. We want a midfielder, maybe being a Gallagher. I wouldn't mind a Nana at Everton. I just think he would suit Spurs' 6 role very nicely. But we shall wait and see. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section your thoughts and feelings about, Morgan Gibbs-White in that valuation, as well as our interest or lacking of interest now in Raphinha. I want to know your thoughts and feelings about both those things. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.